welcome to Just Add Juice, a podcast where mom life meets business building. I'm your host, Brittany Hunter, virtual assistant and mom to a sweet baby girl. If you caught the last episode, you know that today we are covering mom guilt and how to work through that as you start your virtual assistant business. This is part 4 of an 8-part series where I'm walking you through the steps to taking action on your virtual assistant goals and land your first clients. As a mom myself, I really wish we didn't have to be covering mom guilt. I wish it wasn't a thing, but since it is, and since it does affect our entrepreneurial journeys, it's important that we talk through it so that if you do find yourself struggling with mom guilt, and find that it's affecting how you're able to take action, you know what to do so that you don't just give up on your goals completely. Just like with imposter syndrome, I'm not going to talk about overcoming mom guilt. I think it's more important to notice when it comes up and just know how to handle it so that you can work through it and continue to take action and continue to build your business. Mom guilt seems to come in many different shapes, forms, and sizes, and I never really understood it myself until I became a mom. But one thing that I really want to point out today is that just because you feel this guilt, maybe you think that instead of spending time working on your business, you should be spending more time with your kids, or maybe you're afraid that focusing on something for yourself is selfish in some way. Maybe you're even worried that if you do start this business and have to spend time on client work, that it's going to make you a bad mom in some way. So I definitely want to acknowledge these feelings and just let you know that you have nothing to feel guilty about. And honestly, the fact that you're even having these worries likely means that you are actually an amazing mom. Building a business and spending time on something that's for you is not selfish. Being able to do this can actually make you an even better mom, because I know a lot of moms who, once they've built their business and they have this time for themselves, and they're also earning money for themselves and for the household, they're actually able to be happier, more present moms. They're proud of themselves, and if your kids are old enough, your kids are actually going to see what you've built and be proud of you as well. So whenever anything like this comes up for you, I want you to take some time to actually think about what you're truly feeling. So for example, do you feel guilty when you focus on anything that you enjoy? Do you feel guilty when you focus on anything other than your children? Can you pinpoint exactly what you're feeling, when you feel it, and why you feel that way? Because if you can get to the bottom of this, it's going to help, because you're going to understand better how to handle it so that you can do what you need to do to maybe even let go of some of it, or at least feel better about continuing your business journey. We have a lot of pressure put on ourselves as moms, from society, even from friends and family who may not even mean to make you feel guilty in any sort of way. And even if you have the most supportive community, sometimes this pressure is put on ourselves for one reason or another. So wherever it's coming from, I think it's a good idea to think about what you're feeling, where it might be coming from, and then I'd like you to take some time to think about what your goals are. What exactly are you working towards? What is your business going to provide for you and your family? Because here's the thing, you might be doing this just for you, and we all need something that's just ours and that makes us feel good. But the side effects of starting your business is also going to have a positive effect on your family. Like I said earlier, your kids are going to see your hard work and be proud of you. Some business moms have kids that now want to become entrepreneurs because they've seen what their moms have been able to do. And that's something that's super exciting. So whether you want to help support your family financially, whether you're trying to build more freedom into your schedule, or if you just want something that's yours, this is nothing to feel guilty about. And sometimes if you write out what you're feeling, you're going to understand a little bit better that you don't have to feel guilty. A lot of moms tend to lose their identity in motherhood, and it's pretty natural when you're raising a baby that needs you, and you realize once you become a mom, you're on call 24/7. If there's an emergency, whatever you're doing, you're dropping everything and you're going to be there. But that also doesn't mean that you can't have something that's yours that you do solo. I also want to remind you that building a business doesn't have to require a ton of time and hustle. You can break all your goals down into tiny steps, and if you need to work on your business for only 15 minutes a day, that's totally fine. Check back on the other episodes where I talk about breaking down your goals and setting up a schedule that actually works for you. That's going to be the key here when it comes to balancing business, building, and motherhood. And I'd actually argue that it's more likely you're going to reach your goals if you're only working for short periods at a time, consistently, because you're setting up a realistic, sustainable schedule that you can be consistent with. So just remember that this journey does not have to look like anyone else's. Not only is it okay and great that you're on this journey, period, but it's also okay and necessary to do this in a way that fits in with your life. Everything that I've talked about on this podcast works together, and I hope that you're able to see that your goals are super doable. It sometimes just takes a few mindset tweaks to get yourself to take action and make progress. This 8-part series is based on my new workbook that's coming out soon, 7 Days to VA Mom Mentality. And I'm super excited because up until now we've been dealing with more of the mindset work, but next week I'm covering the part of the workbook that talks about how to choose a service to offer. So if you're not sure what skills you have to offer as a VA, or you're not sure what businesses are looking for when they hire a VA, this is an episode you're definitely not going to want to miss. After that, we dive into designing the right VA business for you, because no two VA businesses look the same. You have so many options when it comes to being a virtual assistant, so we can dive into that together so you can see how exciting this opportunity is. Then we're getting into making yourself look professional and actually landing clients. So I'm super excited for the rest of this 8-part series, and I hope it gets you excited about becoming a virtual assistant as well. And if you haven't caught up on the past episodes, go ahead and do that. It might give you some ideas for what to do to start taking action now until the next episodes. Let's do this.